All right, welcome. We are back. We all survived Mardi Gras down here in the South. The South's the best. We all know it. It is the Popcast, episode 2, season 3. Are we losing? Are we losing listeners, or are we gaining them?
Oh yeah, everybody listens backwards, so it actually counts against our listeners.
I think it's a real indictment of the producer, if anything.
Yeah.
And then the content. I think the content is next.
Is that it?
Yeah. All right. Well, tonight we have some new folks. We have to my right, we have Ramsey. He might chip in here. One of the most interesting men in the world. We have the Marine over here to our right, Rain Man, and producer Wes.
Yo.
What was my name again?
You always switch it. So,
what's your name?
Pootie Tang.
I always try to think of a good name, and it never comes out very well. So, I'll just be blank.
What do you identify as?
Fill in here.
Just TBD.
Didn't you do the music last time in the background?
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, you should.
Light
I mean, it's so quiet now.
I
don't want people to actually
so I have to
know anything. You know, GQ, I got a question for you, and we have a guest here. We have a guest, the fact checker, Miss Malls, and I would like to know what her thoughts are on these. Febreze just released; they're coming out with a brand of tampons, and it's Mountain Berry Breeze.
Yep.
Hudson River Sunset. That doesn't sound very good. New car smell.
That one.
There's new car smell. I mean,
I've smelled it,
dude. If you were, I mean, that would. I love new cars.
Fact checked.
And
what
then
was the first one?
The first one is Mountain Berry Breeze, and the last one is Swamp Gas.
That one we know all too well, but it's not because
I don't know if they're going to have a lot of success with that.
I think the first one we use often at the house. The first one, but the other three are just not good sellers.
You know how many things we've called on this podcast before they actually happened?
6,
at least.
I've counted 6.
We have called so many things. It's pretty funny. Actually, one of the things we called is they are going to go through with the Brokeback Mountain the musical.
Who's producing it?
Really?
Yeah, it's I don't know who's producing it.
When did we call that?
I think it's John Travolta is producing it with Tom Cruise.
He's been talking about that for a while.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Broadway
So
musical. It's got to be good.
I don't listen to the podcast.
They're together in the tent.
Yeah,
they're together in the tent.
Yeah, just so everyone out there knows, nobody on the podcast except me really actually listens to it.
Yeah.
And then no one else after that.
Right.
But I think
all
that's,
of our listens.
You know, we've been talking about a lot of things. The Transgender Guide to Parenting. You know, it's a self-help book that's out there. It's number 1 on the New York Times bestseller list. Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah. Transgender Guide to Parenting.
Man, I heard something
tell
about.
Tell me what a transgender is, please. I've heard
it.
We'll let you.
We
Google
always
that
talk
one.
about this.
I don't want to.
Because
let's move on to the next subject.
Oh, we got a closet transsexual in the house.
Somebody's got a penis and a vagina.
Speaking of Broadway plays, somebody had to say it, and I think Jim Brewer is the guy that's out there. I'd like to give him some props. Man.
Oh my God, his interview was incredible.
That's a good
Rain Man projected the mic because you're making
good
good
stuff.
stuff.
A little bit.
Turn him up, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to give him some props, Jim Brewer.
You told me about that, and it was hilarious. What's the name of it?
Somebody had to say it.
By Jim Brewer, the comedian.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
We watched it the other night. We watched it
hysterical.
He broke, every rule.
Oh, and that's great.
That's what comedians are supposed to do.
Well, but was he not spewing what you and I think is total truth?
Well, he was saying a lot of the things that we talked about in the early episodes of this show.
I think he's been listening. Hey, Jim, give us a call in.
Wes,
Jim,
help us out.
How many peeps do we have?
Last I checked, it was over 2,000.
Get out of here.
Awesome.
What about YouTube? Because that's when we really needed to grow on.
YouTube is all automated, man. I don't even open the channel. But I'll check in a second. I'll get back to you.
Producer of the Year award goes to.
But
hey, work smart, not hard.
That's right.
Hard work does pay off. That's what the rapper
work smart on hard.
Oh,
that didn't even make sense.
Y'all, we got some little Boosie chips here. I don't know if y'all.
The sponsor.
Was anybody aware that he had chips? Because I wasn't.
Yeah, Lil Boosie, the rapper.
Yeah,
who's Lil Boosie?
He's a rapper from Louisiana.
He's
Boosie
fantastic.
should come by and take a round at the microphone.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, absolutely invited.
Oh, Lil Boosie ain't gonna come up in here. Man.
No, he would not.
Wouldn't. Why? Why would you?
But he's welcome.
But he wrote a song about Joe Burrow, Louisiana's favorite human being in the history of the planet Earth.
What were we just talking about? I had a really good question.
Plate tectonics and how they affect our children.
No. Oh, it went back to Jim Brewer. I can't say that right. Anyway, so
you know him as Goat Boy.
That guy had some fabulous things to say, and he was basically bringing back what we said a year and a half ago.
Yeah, he was just recapping what happened. It's been released,
but
by
now,
the news.
But now it's proven that basically we were right the whole time. Yeah. I had a great discussion last night with a liberal. Remember?
Whoa.
We don't use that term anymore.
And I said,
what do we call those folks?
Well, it's like, and I just said, basically follow the science. It's what they've been bitching about the whole time. Well, the conservatives aren't following the science. Big slap in the dick on that one.
The science just got slapped like a bitch.
Really, really similar to the bullshit we used to say that they used to say that we were. What were we doing? Lying, conspiracy theories.
Yes,
they all came true.
Yeah,
and over the last couple of weeks since the last time we've done this, they've all come true.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
So what happens next?
Well, you can't say all of them.
No bullshit. But
a lot of them have come true.
What didn't come true? The vax, the
reptilians coming from underground and taking over planet Earth.
The Wuhan lab leak. That was proven.
It did not.
Yeah,
that's a huge thing.
But to the people out there, whenever it sounds like it's fucking nuts, he banged a pangolin that had sex with a fish that was in a sea. It doesn't make sense, and it didn't sound right then. It sounded like whoa.
It did sound right then.
No, you. Wait,
it
never made sense to me.
The lab leak?
No. About the pangolin and the bat and the whole thing, and it was in
one
the soup.
Guy fucked a bat,
but it happened to be right next to the lab that was the Wuhan lab.
Well, okay.
I mean, shit happens.
So right
I cover
now,
up things all the time.
Right now, not to hop in too deep a subject, but let's just. What are we going to look for? What's today's conspiracy theory?
These fake UFOs that the United States are shooting out of the skies.
They're not. They're not fake.
You think they're real UFOs?
No, they're just.
Well, they are.
So there's aliens in there
until we identify.
I think you identify them.
So UFO. Don't think of like Martians.
Yeah, I think it's private corporal
birthday balloons
up there in a
wacky
thing we can't
inflatable
fly.
Like the used car lot salesman balloon.
Yeah,
things.
Lockheed Martin with Skunk Works has been.
But our military historians
looking vehicles for a long time.
The balloons have been traveling over the U.S. for years and years and years. Okay,
weather balloons.
And we have a question before, which was why now? Why are we talking about them now?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't have the answer.
I don't either. But I think it's because it's part of a bigger agenda. If we feel like
they brought it up,
they're coming after us. But I mean, here's the thing that debunks that whole deal. If there were aliens out there that wanted to destroy us, don't you think they'd already done it?
They're not aliens.
Yeah.
They're
the
Chinese.
reason why they use the balloon because the 5G camera that's on the iPhone that it's carrying, it takes a little while for those pictures to transmit back to China. So that's what it is.
Oh yeah, and TikTok too.
So, but my point is, the balloons have been there for a long time. I'm sure if we go back and look at some crazy conspiracy theorists, they would have said, we watch them when they come over Wisconsin every other day. Why all of a sudden did they turn? And this is what happened.
Be sure to get your power pessimism foil-lined baseball caps.
They turned the sensitivity up of the radar systems, and they were going to catch every weather balloon there was known to man. And the joke the other day was they found something over Lake Erie. They followed it. It became an issue, and Biden, to his credit, I'm not bagging on him, said, "You know what? Shoot it down."
Don't wake him up.
And they shot down what they really believe, and I think they have proven, but nobody's talking about it. Fox isn't even talking about it.
They shot down Corn Pop?
A happy birthday balloon. One of those metal balloons.
Right, yeah.
You know, that go up, and it was at 40,000 feet. And they said, well, we shot it down because it was in the path of an airliner.
That's newsworthy stuff right there, that conversation, which you're talking about.
And then all of a sudden, nothing. Right? So the story's over, right?
They showed our mite. They shot it down, showed the mite, and then whoop.
Didn't they shoot 5 things down or 4?
4. Have you found it yet?
How many things?
It was on CNN. Saw video
I found
footage.
a Mylar balloon in my backyard the other day. It just kind of drifted in.
It was probably an F-22 that shot it down.
It probably was that one.
Yeah.
There is a Mylar balloon line. This is the God's honest truth. Look it up. This is God's honest truth. Fact check it, Mama.
How much do those missiles cost you?
They're $1 million a piece.
Did we shoot 100 at it?
No, one. The plane ride was amazing. So it was
we can't hit a balloon in the first shot?
Yeah, I thought one of them. Oh, my goodness. The one on was it the main Chinese one where they did the first shot and he missed it or something?
That was Walleye. That was from
the Chinese
Hot Shots.
Guy operating
Remember
the
Walleye?
balloon. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, you missed me. Oh.
And to be fair, those are heat-seeking missiles, and if it's a balloon, it's probably not going to be that hot. Yeah, it's not
is it a heat-seeking moisture missile? It's Robin Williams.
I didn't say that.
But how do we miss a balloon?
No, listen, there's a Mylar balloon conspiracy, right? Any city, like the city we're in here, if you go follow the prevailing winds and you go X amount of, in our situation,
if you leave in a balloon from Chicago,
you go north,
16 knots.
If you go north,
right,
you end up in Ragley, Louisiana, in our particular situation. And if you go out into the woods,
a problem with that Ragley there, man.
Go out into the woods like I do for turkey and deer hunting, and you'll see birthday balloons because kids let them go. They're Mylar. They go up, travel in these winds, and they end up at a specific point because they start leaking because they get too high or whatever.
You hunted a Mylar wasteland.
And I'm
Is there
telling
a situation
you,
as
every
too high?
city,
right?
every city in America has a Mylar balloon problem.
I'm still on the...
That's pollution.
It is. It's air pollution.
Interesting.
Maybe we could.
That's a real thing.
We could send China a fine for air pollution at the same time.
They just need to make like biodegradable birthday balloons, and problem solved.
Oh.
Let's we'll switch gears from the UAPs because it's out there. People who are listening, go to CNN, Fox, go to all these other ones. They've all reported on it. What's his name on NBC? The guy who looks like an alien.
Lester Holt?
Yep.
Lester Holt? Really?
He kind of does.
Really?
Yeah, he reported on it
Lester,
the other night.
I've
seen the
to come to the
footage.
show also.
Right? So, I mean, it's mainstream stuff.
Alan Combs.
Yeah, so
looked like an alien.
Popcast friends, go check that out. It's for Rizzle. But I already lost my train of thought of where we were going with
Aliens on TV.
Right.
Or balloons north or south, whatever the prevailing winds are of a major metropolitan area, you'll see this.
And he's alien style, Darren?
He looks like an alien. Wow. Dang it. I had another good topic for us to jump to, but that's why we don't take notes here. It's all freelance.
Right. So the other thing I want to talk about is Putin in trouble.
Vladdy?
How so?
Unless he doesn't have
Dude, he rides bears. He's a man on a buffalo. He's a badass.
He has an ailment.
He's in trouble. Yeah,
he just backed out of our nuclear agreement. But then
start nuclear agreement.
Yeah, that thing. And then he said, but we'll still abide by it. We're just not going to
We don't want anything
be a
on
part
paper.
of it. We're not going to sign. Yeah. Like, okay.
There's nothing that comes out of that man's mouth is the truth.
So. Right. But so what happens next? Is the conflict in Ukraine going to start having nukes?
No, the conflict
we can
in
only
Ukraine.
Hope.
Follow me.
No, we don't
follow
hope
me and tell me if you think I'm right. So the conflict in Ukraine over the next 2 months will change.
Okay.
Come out of winter into spring.
They're about to get all the tanks that they got shipped.
Well, it gets muddy. You can't ride a tank around in mud.
That's true.
It's such a deep conversation with sweet jazz behind it.
Oh, yeah. We're listening to Snarky Puppy, by the way. Grammy Award winning.
God bless you.
You're welcome.
I thought we couldn't do that.
No, well, the listeners aren't. Hey, listeners, listen to Snarky Puppy while you're listening to this podcast.
So what you're telling me, Producer Wes, is we can play anything as long as it's in the background.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah, I'll take requests.
What background?
Well, because we don't have the rights to, because we have to pay royalties to the publishing company.
As long as you're talking over it, you're good?
No, that's what I'm saying. If it's in the background and the listeners can't hear it.
We have to make money before we can pay.
Exactly, yeah. We're not making money to pay Snarky Puppy's producers. And
so to your point about the Ukraine war.
Right, sorry.
It's pretty simple at this point.
Thank you very much.
When the earth firms up, meaning things start to dry out,
are you talking about your penis again?
the Ukraine will have, the Ukrainian army will have and have been trained on the new weapon systems they're getting from the U.S. and maybe beyond Western Europe.
Yeah,
Is that enough to stop these weird fucking soldiers, man, double as people they just pulled out of prison?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think numbers beg out that Russia wins. But at some point, Russia, which they're talking about, I saw yesterday,
really win?
which is the first time I've heard about it. Russia will probably enter into some sort of peace agreement.
Let me see.
Because they know they're going to lose face and a lot of other things.
So Russia can't beat a country the size of Texas?
Yeah.
And neither can China, by the way.
Come on.
But it's
They've
not
lost
about
their swag.
And China can't beat California.
Here's my opinion, though. It's not about how strong Ukraine is. It's about, although Russia is the favored win, right? They have more manpower, they have more technology and resources, and yada 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 yada.
Stop. They don't have better technology. They have more people.
They have more people.
According to your boy Eric, who? What's his name?
Peter Zeihan.
Peter Zeihan.
There's no
exactly. That's the same guy.
There's no equal at all.
The
with
population is going to really come to play in the next 10 to 15 years.
The Russian population
around the world.
Okay.
According to Peter,
right? Zeihan, but the two.
Well, that's
the
Agenda
two countries
23.
that see the worst is China.
I'll tell
and
you
Russia.
this: Russia's equipment and things are more 20th century.
Right.
What they're getting is 21st, 22nd century stuff from all around the UN.
Right.
So in that respect, I see that the better weaponry is going to prevail.
Well, dude, all right. I got to say something here.
Over time.
Wes, Tech Man.
Yes.
It's not going to be bombs. It's not going to be us going to Arby's and having a red wave of Chinamen come and take us out.
Yeah.
It's going to be electromagnetic pulses.
Cyber warfare.
Cyber warfare.
Yeah.
We're already in it.
Yeah, but
just nobody wants to admit it.
What you can't remember, and nobody seems to.
Don't tell me
the
I can't
U.S.
do it.
will
you
do
know
the
same
trigger. Thing to them.
What about artificial intelligence, humanoids?
They're fine. I mean, let them.
We couldn't hear
We
that.
could pull the plug on China at any given moment.
What kind of plug?
Any plug.
All of them.
AI. Whoop.
We're already pulling the plug on processor manufacturing.
There you go. There you go.
It's moving where?
True.
It's moving here to the U.S.
To the U.S. and where?
They're building the largest
Mexico.
plant.
And
Samsung's building the largest plant in Tyler, Texas right now.
That's called Occupation of Tyler, Texas.
And who's going to be?
And actually, it's actually going to produce everything that we need on technology as far as chips.
Right.
Good, better, best.
Better.
Yeah. Good, better,
Well,
best.
that's good
the US
news.
Produces
I mean,
the best.
that's
China
real news.
Produces good at best.
It's a
and then
it's a 30,000
Did y'all
acre
know
site.
there is only one company that makes the equipment needed to manufacture the manufacturing equipment needed to make microprocessors. There's one company, and it's in one of the Nordic countries. I can't remember, like Sweden or Finland or something like that.
You know us.
It's not Intel. It has nothing to do with Intel. It's like a silicone. It's got silicon in the name. I don't know, but
We're half fake news.
We'll have to. You guys, that's an exercise for the listener. There you go. But anyway, that company has not sold its latest products to China in the last 2 years. So
I hadn't heard that.
All right,
they have sold it to the United States.
There's a subversive disobedience.
And no other company is doing it or can do it. They can't make these machines that can produce the parts to make microprocessors.
That's cool, man. That's good. I like that.
If you listen to what this gentleman said earlier.
Channel research and copy.
And tie it into what he just said, it's pretty easy. 10 years from now, China's going to be in more than a slump. They won't have any people who can work because they had a one-child policy and they don't have any children. So the 20-year-olds that turn 40 in 20 years, there's none of them. There are no people.
Right.
Okay, so stop thinking China's a big deal. They're a failing state. They're a paper tiger. The only thing they can do is fire a missile over the Pacific Ocean, and there's a very good possibility it won't make it.
I take number 23.
The only country in the world that can do anything is
America.
And quit kidding yourselves. It's not even that. I know we all joke about it, but the reality of the situation is we have the technology, we have the people, we have the children,
we have the $6 million
all going
man.
to school. We're pulling in people.
We have to band it.
We have the
Check
crazy
it out on YouTube. 5
microprocessor
reasons
thing.
not to mess with the U.S.
Okay, hit them.
Yeah.
What are they?
You think about the United States has more aircraft carriers than any other nation.
5 to 2.
That's
we have 5. China has 2, and China's are like
one of our aircraft carriers house an air force that's larger than all the other air forces combined.
No, not
just one of them.
Aren't they based on technology? And could an EMP, electromagnetic pulse? Now you have a floating anchor. Is all you have out there.
It doesn't affect.
In order to mask that electronic pores.
Porous?
In order to amass that size of electronic pulse,
You need a
you would
nuclear
see
bomb.
it moving.
Yeah.
You would need some uranium. You would need pounds and pounds of uranium.
P-32 modulator.
They already have the technology. It's already there.
I understand.
Trump even dropped it out there, the finger of God.
All you need is a harpoon missile from the U.S.
What's the
It
finger of
blows
God?
the thing.
A harpoon whistle? Is that what you said?
We already blew the Russian
but
battleship already.
I mean, we have... Okay,
It's
so...
really not that hard for us to do. We just hold back most of the time.
Colonel Jessup, what's next? Number 2.
There is also the...
No, you had top 5. I mean, that's a pretty cool thought.
Yeah, you can check it out. It's on YouTube. It shows every bit of our strengths and everything else. I mean,
we do have a lot of strengths, but it's kind of old school warfare.
We have a nuclear capability, a response to any type of weaponry coming into our atmosphere. Although it does not detect balloons.
Then I wonder why they...
It does detect balloons. I just don't think it matters.
Once somebody sees it...
It doesn't matter.
Radar detects everything.
There's a balloon.
Radar can detect a grain of rice in the air, but we just filter all that shit out because it doesn't matter. No. Stealth aircraft are visible on radar.
But it looks like a grain of sand.
Right, which gets filtered out.
Okay, right. So they turned up the sensitivity the other day.
Exactly.
And they found the happy birthday balloon, and they blew it out of the sky in northern Michigan. Good for us. Everything's...
Took down that balloon. America.
And now you haven't
We let it float around in our airspace for like 3 days.
Watch it the whole time. Later. You don't think we were learning what they could do?
You don't think it was like drilling into the bases in Montana? It was floating right above them.
Dude, go on Google Earth right now.
They wouldn't
go on Google Earth. You can see what they see.
Why would they?
The most important thing that we need to have, though, out of, we've got 5 good reasons we could come up with: our nuclear capabilities, our manpower, our willpower,
our ability to feed ourselves.
You have to have an administration.
Our obesity.
You have to have an administration that is willing to use that.
Our generation that stares at a phone.
To protect America and to help us with our allies.
Dude, the millennials are going to take over the planet.
Oh, my God.
I want an army of millennials. I don't feel like it's too cloudy.
I'm just going to TikTok all day.
Wait till they get
Sergeant,
shot in the
I
street.
call my mom. She's coming to get me.
It'll change really quickly. Hey, what
So, yeah,
what
we're
you were
good.
saying is America can feed itself, produce its own energy.
We can.
I don't know
Educate
about that one.
ourselves.
I don't know about that
We
one.
have the
Away-
best technology in the history of the planet.
We sold our reserves and gas and oil.
Stop. Just stop acting like we're not the fucking biggest swinging dick on the planet. We are.
I don't know
we
about
need to-
that.
That's all in your
that in
mind.
mind.
Who?
I mean, there's no one country.
Who?
Everybody's good at something.
Combine some things.
We're not good at everything.
Wesley,
is
I'll
my
dig you out of
point.
this.
No.
The UN. The UN is amassing all countries
Thank
to
God
work
for
with UN
Somalia. Thank God for Somalia.
against us.
Yeah.
Putting a word or two in at the UN. I'm telling you, take Russia and China, combine them together.
Yeah.
We'd beat them in 30 days.
How do we do in international schooling grading?
Bullshit. You don't. I'm telling you. Right. He knows.
There it is.
I'm telling you.
Well,
we're
China and Russia combined against the U.S.?
Oh, it wouldn't. It would be a walkover.
No.
I'd be more worried
no.
about
30 days? No.
Guam.
Most
I'd be
of
worried
your
more about the
Chinese
pussy
and your Russians,
Europe.
they wouldn't fight.
And you think Americans would?
No, you're
No
looking
way.
at.
We already have the staff in place.
You would send one of the aircraft carriers that you just talked about
Right.
well, the thing
towards
is,
Russia. You realize they don't have an aircraft carrier. It's like a destroyer with a fucking ramp off the.
Right.
it's kind
Those
of
guys are just inches from the Stone Age. They are.
G-
Accept it. Just accept the
GQ.
fact that-
GQ. You know how much longer the Chinese and Russians have been around as a civilization?
Right.
Longer than the United States of America. I mean,
So-
The
they're
Chinese
not idiots.
invented military strategy. I'm just saying.
which,
Yeah,
by the
how's
way,
that going for them? When's
Wes,
the last
that's-
war they
that's a
won?
good-
They don't have to.
hey,
When's the last war
They
won?
won the war of the mines. That's the important thing.
Wow. See, this is the problem. This is the
so is
problem.
this.
No, this is the problem that you're giving credit where credit is not due.
Well, okay.
Oh, sorry. No, let me correct myself. Everyone is stupid, and that allowed them to get control of everyone's minds. Let me put
In
it
their
that way.
country. And
In the United States too. What do you think
No.
TikTok is?
I don't know because I don't go.
I don't go on TikTok either.
Yeah, but it was a good point.
It was a good point.
I got like 30 minutes into the show.
And before you got angry.
Yeah.
Oh, not mad.
Okay, so let's see. No, those were good points, and those are things we need to be talking about right now in the here and now.
Right.
And everybody's got their opinions. We get heated, but these are the things that are happening around us. The Ukraine war,
TikTok.
yeah, lesbian driving schools.
Right.
These things are forming around us.
The presidential election coming up.
Oh man, it's going to get weird. It's
Yeah.
going to get. You're going to see the real snakes come out of the woodwork.
Do you think that
the presidential
Ron DeSantis is going to run?
I think so.
Do you think he's going to win the Republican nomination?
I don't know.
It depends.
And
Yeah.
Trump and
It just depends if Trump gets it.
Yeah, it depends if Trump. We can't
Well-
hear you on the mic, so I'm going to repeat what you said. It depends if Trump gets the nomination or not.
I don't think. I think Trump is going to be the next
There you
Ross
go.
Perot kind of situation.
Yeah,
Saying a lot of stuff and
I hope he's done.
well, yeah.
Trump.
We're talking about the next election and.
DeSantis.
Who do you think the Democrats? Would you look up?
I mean,
to see
I hate
who's
Ron
in the
DeSantis just as much as the
front
next
for,
guy, but he's better than Trump.
Democratic
Gavin
candidates.
Newsom.
Trump, he's too much of an egotist.
I mean,
Yeah, you're going to have Gavin Newsom, who's destroying California as we speak, and then you got Ron DeSantis potentially on the other side. Then you've got
Yeah,
who's on the Buttigieg.
Kelsey Gabbard.
yeah. Well, there's
That
also
she
AOC.
said she's going to run.
I don't know. Did you
Yes.
say AOC?
God.
No, is she running?
Oh, I don't know, but
Oh
I
my
would
God, I feel like it would be cool if she does.
like I would.
She has
assume
so
she's
much
gonna-
experience.
Do y'all think Biden's going to get the nomination again?
No, poor Biden.
Yeah, I mean his approval ratings at like what under 30% for
How
sure.
long has he been in office? 50 years?
3 years?
Yeah, since I was 2.
Yeah, like 50 years.
You're right. It is 3 years.
And I'm not here to jam on Biden. Look, as far as I'm concerned, Biden got dragged back into this hellhole. He was trying to retire after being VP, and then they drug him in because they thought that he would be the...
Whoa.
Can you answer that? He would be the only one that would give it a shot that could potentially keep going.
Yeah.
I just feel bad for him. It's like dragging my grandfather at 80-something into a campaign that's as strenuous as that is. That's unbelievable.
I think it fried him. You listen to
totally.
his interviews and stuff.
Well, he never left the basement. He couldn't have been too tired.
Right? There's that theory, and then there's that video. You know, and that leads. Let's get into maybe a little Hollywood.
Okay.
Switch gears. We're going to go with Chris Rock. Is done a stand up, and he's kind of goofing about the Will Smith thing. He should have called the thing bitch slapped, because I don't know if you can really come back from allowing that to happen. If it was real Hollywood, Chris Rock should have chased him down and tried to beat him up.
Did he get in trouble for that?
What is he doing now?
He's finally talking about it.
Oh, both of them. They're all living in the lap of luxury, dude. They got it going on. But I got to have my notes over here, because that leads right into the... we were thinking about starting a new podcast, The Power of Pacifism. How do you even say that?
Really?
Pacifism.
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 Spell that twice.
Pacifism.
Basically. Hey,
Harry Connick Jr. got his star on Hollywood. If we're talking about
he is
Hollywood,
a star. He's a
just got his
Louisiana,
star,
New Orleans
I saw.
Is he
badass.
really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I
Good for him. He played the piano all the time.
Yeah, I know, and I like him. I
think he's been in
never
a
read his
couple of
Wikipedia article. I don't know. It's fucking...
Wow. Well, you're a Louisiana boy, right?
Allegedly, yeah.
Allegedly. Okay. The science is still out on that.
No, I'm from Lancashire.
Yeah.
Never underestimate a hustler.
Yeah.
Never underestimate a hustler.
Lancashire.
Which
Go
one
Cardinals.
is better, that one or that one?
It depends. We have...
What is that?
We're having cologne... GQ went into my
Cologne for
men's
toddlers.
bathroom, and he grabbed my Tom Ford and John Varvatos.
I'll take a shot.
What? So y'all
throw it in my crown.
Say I'm a
Just kidding. No,
I have like 15 different colognes, if
Those
not
are
more,
two
at
of
my
them?
house. Yeah, I love them, dude.
They came from Joe Biden's basement.
I don't
that where
understand
they
what that means.
store 'em?
Vintage. 1820.
Polo, gray
Yeah.
flannel.
So which one? Which? Well, in
What
which
were we talking about?
we switch
Hollywood.
gears completely.
Hollywood, yes.
Because no one really wants to talk about Hollywood, but they're making a movie.
What movies are good now?
There's a documentary coming out, Harvey Weinstein's book of super pickup lines. No, I'm wrong about that. That's a self-help book. And what do y'all think of this? We've been talking a lot about this. The nation's all involved in this. You know, why glory holes can be tricky. Any thoughts on that?
Well,
Sometimes the hole's not big enough.
Have you ever seen one?
yeah.
Sometimes the hole's not big enough.
And you don't know what you're getting.
Would you write that down where that is, Producer West,
Oh,
where
yeah.
you saw the glory hole? Because I just want to go investigate.
Yeah, I'll text it to you. I'll Google.
Can I buy
I'll
a
drop
vowel
a pen
on
for you.
that?
That's pretty good. But they can be tricky. And we're the Power of Pessimism podcast is coming up with a book of all kind of topics that we feel our readers and listeners. We don't really have any readers.
No. We have 15 subscribers on YouTube now.
Hey, let the
write
vape out, big guy.
Yeah, 15 subscribers on the YouTube.
What are their names? Can you name them?
I don't think it tells me people's name, does it?
We should name.
We should email them. We should start sending them gifts.
Shame them.
I don't think it did.
Yeah, we have
comment your name so we can shout you out.
Hey, did y'all hear that new law that they're putting in front of the Florida legislature about dogs can't hang their heads out the windows of cars anymore?
What? Is that a Disney thing?
It's the anti-fun ruling.
I mean, I see dogs hanging their head out the window of the car. They're enjoying it. They're
Just strange
fun.
news. That's just strange news nobody really hears about. Also, another topic is the farmers, and this is real, I'm not making this up. The farmers that were having their chickens go from producing 30 eggs a month to 1. And they pinpointed it down to this feed. Just one of the weirdest deals of all these chicken factories burning down, these food production places burning down. They're not covering a whole lot of it on the TV, and it's real. It's weird.
I haven't heard about that.
Chicken
It's just
laying
weird.
egg.
Is that
thing?
why the egg shortage
Yeah,
happened? And
Is that what it is?
It creates scarcity, which drives prices up, and it helps.
it's all fake news.
What was in the feed?
No, I mean you create scarcity. It's just supply and demand.
What was in the feed?
Saltpeter.
Oh,
They
I
used
don't
to
know.
give that to us in the Marine Corps.
Is that me that's doing that?
Probably.
Well,
Yeah, just weird facts. Just weird.
Hey, thinking of a good
what's so
fact.
weird about 1 egg versus 15?
Well, they've dropped their percentage of production by 98%.
Sounds like the one-child policy from China. I just got cut off from talking about.
You're okay. Well, you want to tell me there?
No. I do have an announcement to make, though.
Okay.
It's a big one. I was named to the U.S. Winter Olympic team.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In what, the extreme masturbation category?
No. Snow bike.
Oh, yeah. You
And
did
you're
it.
on it.
I saw it.
You're on it, too.
You were fantastic. Yes.
You're on it, too. Did you enjoy the snow bike?
No more. I felt like a handy capable. And so we were on the
You did so well, though.
we were on
the
the lift. The main lift was going above me and GQ when we were riding the tricycles on skis. And
was
we were
fun.
trying to help a friend who hadn't been able to ski for a long time.
It didn't work out.
Yeah. Right.
Boy, did that not work out.
But you look, if y'all haven't seen these things, what do they call them? They're like trikes. They have 3 sleds on them and you ride it like a bike. But you look like, on the
Awesome.
spectrum. You look like
Awesome.
you're on the spectrum when you're doing it.
So, which side of the
I
spectrum?
needed a red helmet that didn't fit properly. Would have been the only other thing. Are you hearing that popping?
Yeah, I have no idea why it's doing that.
Is it me?
It's this microphone, but I don't know why.
How do you know?
I can see I have a meter.
Be gentle over there with the microphone, big boy.
He's not
doing
even
it.
touching it.
The
It's-
Marine, you're grabbing guys like you were in the showers, man.
It's the one closest
Get
to
29
the window.
palms.
We're getting
No, just
EP'd.
kidding. We
Is
love
it
the military.
EP'd or ED?
ESP. It's ghosts.
GQ, do you remember the short skit that you wanted to write about a naked guy in a prison shower with like 5 bars of soap on the ground?
Yes. Yes. Phil had a good day. That's what that was.
Paints a
Phil
terrible
Monroe.
picture.
Phil my soap. Yeah, that was a. It was a 3-chapter
McGrowan
effort.
was his last name.
Phil
McGroin. Yeah,
I thought it was McGrowan.
he was a good guy. He's out of Ohio.
Film a soap. Yeah, that paints a funny
He would
picture.
bend over backwards for you.
He'd bend over. That's for sure. No, he was a good guy. Sometimes.
Later, dude.
Adios. We have Ramsey is heading out.
Hey, Ramsey's heading out.
Thank you for your contributions, good man.
I was going to tell you about a buddy of mine. I saw him the other day on the park bench crying.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
And I was like, man, I said, why you so sad? He says, 40 years ago, my father-in-law caught me with my wife, made us get married. He said, if I didn't marry her, I'd spend 40 years in jail. I said, today I would be paroled.
Today was my day.
Today I'd
That
be paroled.
is good.
When are we going to get paroled from Biden? I mean, how many years has he been in there? I mean, convicts even
2.
get a little break every now and then.
2.
Jesus.
Not in cell block 4, man.
Hey, how funny was the Chicago mayor not even making the runoff?
Oh,
Not
really?
even- oh yeah, man, Lori Lightfoot.
Wow, Lori
Gone.
Lightfoot.
Oh, gone.
And what
She
about...
got 13% of the vote? Is that right?
No
That's
kidding.
It. That's it.
What
And she got elected.
Yeah.
and she got 13%. That's got to be an all-time big city record.
Fetterman. Isn't he back in the hospital?
Oh, he's been in the hospital.
Isn't he back in the hospital?
Poor guy.
Yes.
Hey, man. Vote for me. I'll go straight to the hospital.
Okay,
you won't have to deal with me.
That's a given vote.
In the Senate.
Absentee, whatever.
Nope.
I mean,
No proxy, I don't think.
no proxy.
No proxy.
Whatever. I mean, where do we go with this?
So they just
all of a
deadened the
sudden, we're dead even.
Oh, that's genius.
49, is that right? With the break being Kamala.
Kamala.
Was it really? What was with him not voting? What does that mean?
Well, it's just a no vote, so it evens it up.
No, I don't know. It wasn't 49-51.
Well, if it's 50-50 and he doesn't vote,
no, it would be. It
could hurt them. Actually,
49-50, they would win.
They had a bigger majority than that.
They had a 2-vote majority.
Interesting stuff, though.
So if we get a swing vote in the Senate, that would be awesome for us.
Well, talk to Mr. Manchin.
Who's us?
Hey,
Who's us, dude?
Hard work pays off for us.
We're independent on this podcast.
We are Americans.
But I understand.
We're Americans. And I want the Americans to understand that, you have to look at all sides of every issue.
And then vote Republican.
Then vote.
No.
Then vote
We don't do that.
the right way.
I mean, Lori Lightfoot. Name the worst conservative mayor of all time.
You just did.
Who?
She's not
Lightfoot.
conservative.
I mean, where's conservative? I'm sorry, I misunderstood you.
Wait, who's the mayor of Lake Charles?
Whoa.
But he's not conservative, is he?
Yes, he is.
All of his people. The guy that just got elected.
Yeah, I forget his name. Nick Hunter.
But I think
Yes.
I thought he was registered Democrat.
No, he's Republican.
I thought he was.
He is not. He is a Republican.
Well,
Fact check that.
I'm fact checking it right now.
fact it.
Oh, what are we looking
Who's
at?
the representative that got elected in New York just the other day?
the fake guy.
And he lied about everything.
Oh, he lied about his resume. He put all the
No, he's a
information.
conservative. He's a Republican.
He was a conservative.
Oh, if he lied about his resume, he lied about everything else to get in that position. So I don't know if he's conservative or not. He's just a liar.
Well, he takes the Republican vote off the board.
Oh yeah, and that's not cool, man.
They're gonna censor him or censure or whatever you call
Cancel, but they're not. They haven't.
it. I'd like to be.
He won't
censured.
resign.
Can I be censured?
I wouldn't either if I
Censure
just
me,
duped
please.
the whole country into voting for me. I'd be like, ha ha.
It's not the whole country. It's just how many people in New York and how many dumbasses live in New York. Can we talk about that for a second?
Hit it. Let's talk about the dumbasses in New York.
Okay, you're talking about where's the AOC from?
Oh my God!
New York.
Oh yeah,
A little borough.
Brooklyn, I
Little
think. Yeah,
a little borough over there.
All right,
I think
so,
she comes from Dumasville.
Dumas.
Yeah, dumbass.
Dumbass.
So she is from New York. The lying guy that we just talked about, I think he's got Hispanic type of origins. He's a conservative. He also is from New York. Schumer is from New York.
Oh yeah,
Schumer.
Wow. Who are these fucking idiots in New York that keep voting?
I know. I don't get it. I really don't.
By the way,
Hey,
fact check. Nick Hunter, registered Republican.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you,
producer.
I like what Nick
Wes.
has done. I
That's
don't
KPLC.
understand. I really don't have a problem with Nick at all.
I think he's done a lot of good for Lake Charles, but I think he's.
We're gonna need to bleep his name out and
Why?
that city,
We say it where we live all the time on the podcast.
but we don't name names though.
We don't
I have a
know.
feeling that
Do
one's
you know
gonna
Nick
slip
Hunter?
through.
I'm sorry, I don't.
You said it again. I think it's gonna.
Nick Hunter. Oh, there he is. Oh,
If you say it fast enough, it sounds like Dick Hunter.
Nick Hunter. Gonna get a 3. Gonna get a 4.
Hey, sold.
So we're carrying on.
The
He's
trick
getting beer.
is, the trick is, who are these people from New York who vote for these fucking crazy candidates? I don't care left, right. So stop there for a second, and then tell me where the center of America is?
Like geographically?
Delaware.
No. We're
Demographically?
Delaware.
We're talking about where all the news comes from. New York. Where all that while the when you see a weather report on any NBC, ABC, CBS, they're all talking about fucking New York. Let me tell you something. Those people up there, how in the hell can they feed themselves?
I want to apologize in advance to all the citizens of New York State.
Fuck them.
We don't have any listeners from New York.
Wake up. Everybody's leaving there.
Yeah.
They're going to Texas and Florida and all these other places.
Right.
Wake up, New York.
Not
Do we
that
have any
Florida's
data on
the
that?
greatest or Louisiana's the greatest. The idea
migration.
is, the biggest idea is, look at who these people fucking vote for.
Yeah, and it's kind of a bummer because
Now,
I like New York.
David Duke almost got elected in Louisiana. So I'm going to back up a little bit.
God, I heard some funny
and point
jokes
at
about
myself.
that recently.
But he didn't get elected.
Thank God.
My point is, why do we listen to that city and state as a leader of this nation when they don't produce anything of value?
Newspapers.
What do they do for me? They don't give me oil. They don't give me gas. They don't give me food. They don't do shit.
Hey, what the fuck's wrong with you?
You know what they do?
The fuck are you talking? Who's this fucking
The
guy?
leaves turn. That's probably more in Pennsylvania. That's good. The rest of it are all these fucking wops. These people in New York. That reminds you of some parts of New Orleans.
I tell you what, they have the biggest megaphone. They have the biggest megaphone.
And how and why? Because
visit.
we give it to them.
Yep.
Quit giving it to them.
A researcher just came back with, if you go to New York, you will die.
You'll get stabbed.
And that is no exaggeration.
That's right.
We give them Mardi Gras.
I think what you meant was a little part of your soul dies.
It's just a beautiful
Oh,
city,
yes.
and I wonder how those people built it.
Yeah, okay.
I really
We're in Louisiana, GQ, and you're right. They don't. New York doesn't really bring a lot to the table. Kind of. I've never
What
really
do they
thought of it
give-
like that.
What do they give the
They
nation?
really don't. The New York
financial-
Giants, the Mets.
The financial district, that's probably what they give the world.
Well, dude, we're biased because the South is the best. I mean, we have everything you want down here in the South. No two ways about it. That's why the Civil War happened, because the South had it going on, and the North did not want to lose our ability for agriculture, our coolness.
Are you talking about the Civil War?
Well, it was started. They didn't want to lose the South because the South was doing so many things right that we could not. Besides slavery, of course,
slavery.
but that was all Democrats that owned slaves.
That was
Go look
part
it
of the
up.
United
Dinesh
States. It
D'Souza.
wasn't just the South.
Okay, history moment.
Yeah.
Today is the Independence Day for the Republic of Texas, March the 2nd.
Oh, that's cool. That's
How about
cool.
Texas?
I love Texas.
God bless Texas.
God bless Texas. Don't mess with Texas.
Okay, so wait, let's go back to this. What were you talking about the Civil War? Because I have a thought process. Can you hear that in the recording?
Was that my ding?
Yeah. Oh no, all of that's going to be in the record. Whatever this popping sound is, I'm sorry, listeners, I can't get rid of it.
It's all right.
I'll fix it before the next one.
No, we probably broke all of his equipment.
The idea, I think, is pretty basic. We were watching television the other night, and it was about racism in the United States and blah, blah, blah. You know where most of it came from? Where most of the
Here we go.
70s, 60s, 70s, and really I think it was even 80s. Man, it was all from up north. And we were sitting around talking about it. We were liberals and conservatives sitting around talking about it. And the reality of it is ultimately basically built on the idea that most of the Jewish racism,
Good
most
God,
of the
man. Are you
black
hit any other triggers
racism
for people? How about aborted Jewish babies from Hollywood?
doesn't come from Southerners. It comes from people who don't have black people
Well, let me just
around them.
put a disclaimer on this. One, we all know that we think racism is bullshit.
It's-
Nobody should be judged on anything but the character, the content of their character. Like Martin Luther King said, I believe that, dude. But there are idiots out there that still do it.
There are idiots that live
You know
next
why
to
they
me
love
and you.
the South? You know why they love the South? Because we do get along.
We do.
We open doors.
We do.
We travel from town to town.
I do.
We speak to people. We treat them as our equals. We are as as best as we can be to everybody, face value.
And please, and I would implore everybody who watches TV, listens to radio, podcast, all that. You have to come down to the South. You have to go up to the Midwest to find out how awesome those people are. Don't listen to anybody else. Don't listen to anybody about Afghanistani people or Iranians or whatever. Anyone that I've ever known that's gone into those places that were quote unquote hostile said the people were great, the government was awful.
Come experience Mardi Gras in the rest of Louisiana and the Gulf South. You don't just have to go to New Orleans. Go, come down, experience Mardi Gras in the backcountry. Everybody gets along.
It really is a beautiful thing. We just came out of Mardi Gras in Louisiana here, 2023, and it's always great. It's always great. My daughter was queen of a crew, and they were really great. It's just fun. There's a lot of love. There's a lot of parties. There's a lot of cooking. There's giant balls. That's what I love about Mardi Gras. The balls
of what?
I love the balls. That's where I like to have most of my fun.
Who's got big balls?
He's got big balls.
She's got big balls.
We've got the biggest
balls.
Okay, who's saying that?
Because he
Alpha Charlie, Delta
woman.
Charlie.
There you go. Codename Cougar. Very good.
I'm just getting sick of the racism card because it was overplayed.
Well, even the African Americans are getting tired of it. Everybody's waking up. Everybody's waking up.
Are you saying we're woke?
No. There's a difference. They've certain groups have taken that and kind of weaponized that, but awakened like the Buddhists, Jesus, they were awakened. They weren't woke. But the planet is waking up. I'm telling you,
we are in
I
the
see it everywhere,
Renaissance.
man. The good guys are coming around.
I believe we are in the modern.
Live in,
well, you know that
US.
I wish.
I believe we're in the modern Renaissance of America.
Well,
and the
planet,
modern
honestly.
Renaissance
In America
of the entire planet. It is time that we all put our differences aside and take on our economy, take on our taking care of the environment, taking care of the people on the planet. It's the new Renaissance.
Amen, brother. You know what?
We've been taking care of the people on the planet. That's about to stop. So I'm sorry that your Renaissance.
What about
your Renaissance argument is going to fail?
Well, we're coming in.
Or your hope.
My hope is
universally and cosmically, we are coming into some like 25,000 year deal in the universe. I don't know all the ins and outs, but my Cosmo buddies do. It's supposed to be a good thing. It really is supposed to be. The last time it happened was the Renaissance. Time before that was Enlightenment. It's I don't know. It's something hopeful to think about.
The monolith from 2001's coming back down, and we're going to touch it.
If you're a 50-year-old Chinese person, you're in trouble. If you are a 35-year-old Russian, you're fucked. The reality is those people won't be able to feed themselves in 10, 15 years. It's just the reality. It's not. I'm not mad.
In China, it's the year of the tampon. I think this year.
How's that?
Is that right? The year of the
stop the bleeding.
It's the year of the pink porpoise.
To stop the bleeding. My guess is
that's not funny.
They're going to need a tampon for the next 15 years because they're bleeding.
You shame your house.
What's a hot
hot stuff?
No, they're in trouble.
Russia's in trouble. Long Doug Dong.
Eastern Europe's in trouble. It all falls back to the American.
Let's end this on some happy-go-lucky stuff. What do y'all think? What is your favorite movie that makes you happy or laugh or drama, or what is your here on the cast? What is it? I'll start off to give you all time to think because I just threw that at you guys. For drama, Training Day, Denzel. King Kong ain't got shit on me. That whole speech.
Good one.
Love that movie.
Good one.
He just got the drop on all you fools. Denzel deserved that Academy Award like no one in history.
Did he get an Academy Award?
He did. That was the only one I think he's won. He got for lead. He might have won for Philadelphia in another one, but that was I don't think he's won another one since. But Alonzo.
My Snowbike gold medal is going to be bigger than that.
Hey, if you're cooler than Denzel,
it's a bigger move for the planet.
That's almost impossible.
I'm going to change people's lives, man. It's going to be a big deal.
All right, so
I'm a Young Guns fan.
You like Young Guns? The story of Billy the Kid, kind of off on, but does have a lot of It does have a lot in there. There are no wrong answers.
And before Tom Hanks went crazy on us, I really enjoyed
the documentary about people who live in Alabama, Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump.
Yeah, you know that a well-known fact about Forrest Gump, that is 80% of the people that live in Alabama look and talk just like that. Oh, no. I don't want to judge them.
But we love Alabama.
But the state is 40% black. So how is that possible?
They've now they're better than us at school, and that's not.
No,
good.
They're not. They have a good school with a ton of kids that come in from out
We're
of
just
state.
mad that they stole our coach. Nick Saban.
Have you
We're
said
LSU
your movie
fans.
yet?
What are we talking about?
What's your favorite movie? God damn.
My favorite movie.
Drugs and the effects on kindergartners.
Cypher in the Snow.
I have no idea. I'm not a movie guy.
Promoted by LSD.
There you go.
I watched Zoolander. Does that count? That's a good movie.
That's a good one.
Did you enjoy the
Tropic
Center for
Thunder.
Children Who Don't Read Well?
What is this? A center for ants?
Yeah. Okay, Zoolander, great one. Tropic Thunder, great one.
I never watched Tropic Thunder.
Oh, my goodness.
I probably would enjoy it.
Oh, my God.
Robert Downey
You have to watch
Jr.
that.
should have won an
will watch
Academy
it.
Award for that for
Same
comedy.
bullshit.
Yeah, no, I love the same bullshit.
He was a dude playing another dude playing another dude.
Is it my turn?
Sure.
Okay. I had two movies that changed my life.
Barbershop.
And Deep Throat.
Deep Throat kind of did. I remember that.
Friday.
Love it.
There was what my first and favorite movie to watch. I watch it 80 times a week if I have to. Is Team America.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So that's the
so
funniest
good.
movie I think I've ever seen. Where I just laugh out loud.
It's X-rated.
It's
You can get the
ridiculous.
X-rated.
It is
You
ridiculous.
can get the X-rated version.
Oh yeah, don't get the
GQ.
R. Get the open
poppins.
open peeing and pooing.
Explicit
Peeing
sex.
and pooing, baby. It's unbelievably funny.
I think that was a golden shower, GQ.
Oh, God. And then the other one that I seem to watch all the time and can't get enough of is Monty Python's Holy Grail.
Oh, hell
yes.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's not... Why is that so
Run
funny?
through the
It's
forest and find me a herring. That's one of the quotes.
You must cut down the mighty tree in the forest with...
A herring.
a herring!
The knights who
Like,
say knee.
I will do no such thing.
The knights were saying,
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
me. That's him.
One of the most brilliant comedy movies ever in history. The Quest for the Holy Grail. Monty Python. Monty Python.
Life of Brian is also funny because if you watch that, the political nonsense
Right.
that they create in that movie about we are the front of the people's Judea. No, we're the people's front of Judea.
So
And
the life
it's
of
the
Brian
same
is
bullshit.
about the life of a guy who's supposed to be
God.
Jesus, but his name's Brian.
No. He's not supposed to be Jesus. They mistake him for the Messiah. And he's running around and people following him. He's like, leave me alone. It's the fucking most funny
Is that
thing.
Graham? What was his name? He was just brilliant.
Oh, God.
Eric Idle and those John Cleese.
Yeah.
And the Monty Python's Flying Circus.
I'm missing on all
what
the
about
movies.
Airplane? Are
I
y'all
love
fans of the movie Airplane?
Airplane's beautiful.
The white zone is for loading and unloading only.
The fight between
Shut
the
up,
two
Jill.
announcers.
The red zone is for yes.
I have a drinking problem.
Kadoosh. And that's
you
when
ever
I realized I
seen a
had a
grown
drinking
man
problem.
naked?
You ever been in a Turkish prison,
You
Johnny?
like movies with gladiators?
My dad says you just you
yes.
loaf up
The
the, court,
basketball.
and it's
And you
like
only
Kareem
try in the
Abdul-Jabbar.
He goes, I know you. You're Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
No,
No,
I'm not.
No. I am Roger Vector.
Yeah.
He said Roger
no,
Vector.
you're. Yeah, remember Victor Vector?
What's your
What's your
Vector,
Clarence?
Victor?
Clarence on
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and then he breaks character.
Grabs a
Big
kid.
Lou Alcindor.
And he grabs a kid.
Hey kid, you tried dragging Bill Lambier up and down the court for 4 hours.
Not Lambier, but
Tell your old man. No, it was Walton. You tried dragging Walton up and down the court for 4 hours. You tell your old man I'm busting my balls out there every night.
The autopilot that they had to manually inflate
Oh,
with
yeah,
the.
yeah.
That was Airplane 2.
Oh, that was 2?
Yeah, where he's 1 and 2
Okay.
because the computer takes over in Airplane 2 like in 2001. That is highly
I never watched Airplane 2.
unlikely.
I've never
it's
seen
wonderful.
two.
I need to
It's
watch
as
2.
funny.
Okay.
Yeah,
give it a
it's
shot.
supposed to be the space shuttle stuff. And every time they walk through a door, they go, shh, 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 shh. That's how they open and close the door.
Spaceballs.
Oh, yes.
Use the
Comb the desert.
Blazing Saddles is fucking.
He rode a blazing saddle. Yes, great.
And Bart was his
Little known
name.
fact. Richard Pryor helped write that and was supposed to be Black Bart. He wrote the part for himself. That's why it's so brilliant. But then they found that wonderful actor who played Bart because the studio would not take Richard Pryor. They said, we love the idea. Richard Pryor is not in it.
Really?
Because it was like that back then. He was too vulgar.
Well,
And he was vulgar.
but if you listen to him now, he doesn't sound all that vulgar. But back then, I can appreciate the fact that everybody thought he was vulgar.
Tell Bill Cosby. The Eddie Murphy
Suck
thing.
my dick.
Have a Coke and a smile and shut the fuck up.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
And if he's got a problem with it, tell him he can suck my dick. Yeah, Richard Pryor is just the best. Did you see the other best is Eddie Murphy? And he had his Golden Globe acceptance award just recently, and it was like unusually calm and like gracious, as you know something's coming. And he said he had 3 rules of how to have a career in Hollywood. And one was, show up on time, blah, 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 do this. And the third was and he yells it. He goes, and keep Will Smith's wife out your motherfucking mouth. Yeah. And everybody just roared.
First of all, I'm not going to watch the Golden Globes.
No one does, and he knows no one is.
I always thought that he was overrated.
Oh, sir.
Yeah.
How dare you?
I don't know.
Let me just
think he's funny.
Little Richard Simmons.
I loved his movies.
What is that? Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood.
Funny. Did he write that?
Gumby. I'm Gumby, damn it. I'm Gumby, damn it. It's a black guy playing a cartoon character, and he does a white Jew for the voice. It's hilarious.
No, and his movies always, but like Coming
Buckwheat?
to America, give me a break.
Oh, Buckwheat was hilarious.
Hot Tubbin' with James Brown. Come on.
That was all written for him.
I don't know, but he performed the shit out of it.
I saw him in
Can I
Lafayette.
get in the hot tub?
It was funny. We laughed. It was funny. I got my eyes. I dropped my eyes.
He is my absolute favorite. I'm a comic fan, and Eddie Murphy is Goongly Goo Goo.
Gus. Uncle Gus, was it Uncle?
Yeah.
Your kids are gonna goo-goos.
Get away from the barbecue, Uncle
And
Gus.
your wife?
Yeah, raw and delirious.
She's a gonna goo-goo too, bitch.
He is a much better human being than I am, like light years. But I don't know. I wish I appreciated him more.
Oh, one of the movies I wanted to bring up for everyone that you should see it. Dino De Laurentiis, if you haven't heard of him, he's one of the best. He did Dune and all that.
The new kid?
Yeah.
Flash Gordon, the movie is a Dino De Laurentiis. It is a gem from 1983, and I'm here to tell you it's one of the best movies
You made me watch
out
that
there.
one night.
It's campy, it's funny, it's
I went
weird.
to sleep, I think.
Yeah. Well, thank y'all, everybody.
Yes.
I think it's been successful tonight. Thank you, Colonel Jessup. Thank you, Producer Wes, GQ.
Sure.
Hey, who's going to England in June? Raise your hand.
Oh, yeah. To go see Blondie.
Blondie.
Where are you going? In
Cardiff.
Where's
to see
that?
Blondie. That's in England.
But specifically where?
Cardiff. Cardiff, the town.
But the
Geographically?
Castle?
England.
Wales?
Wales.
They shag sheepy in Wales.
Wales.
I had an Englishman tell me
We're
that.
very, very pleased about our trip.
Sheepy over there.
They're very sheepy. They have
Colonel, you
There's
have to
not that
stop
many sheep.
rubbing the microphone on your penis. It's making everything pop.
Oh my god!
I think that microphone's fried. I got to get it made.
How
Well-
is that even possible? Can you redo it? Can
Thank you from the
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Power of Pessimism podcast, and maybe one day we'll be famous and you can say you heard it here first.
That's right. Listen to us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, whatever your favorite podcast platform is. Subscribe. YouTube, we're active on YouTube, so make sure you subscribe on that.
Please.
Facebook.
Facebook. Fuck Facebook.
Fuck Facebook.
Fuck
Please.
Facebook.
We're begging you.
Pessimism.show is the website. And
where can I get my t-shirt?
Get your t-shirt at pessimism.store when we eventually launch it.
All right, we are on the Taking Back the Rainbow tour.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are exaggerated for comedic effect and do not necessarily reflect those held by any involved parties, including the hosts, producer, or R&R Mobile Recording. The contents and audio of this episode are copyrighted by R&R Mobile Recording, except where audio excerpts are played, of which the copyright is displayed in the episode description. For more information, please visit our official website at pessimism.rrmobilerecording.com.